Okay, so I saw Stan and Ollie. The movie is based on the story of Laurel and Hardy, which is the greatest comedy duo of their time. This was back in the 1920s and 1930s. And it actually starts in 1937 when they hit their peak. And then it kind of shows what they go through to try to keep their ratings and keep their name known. I thought the casting was great with John C. Riley and Stephen Coogan. Wow, that was very fascinating. How they pretty much looked a character, and the way they just the costume and the, what should I call it? I don't know what they call it. I think it's a fat suit for John C. Riley to get that weight, just like Laurel and Hardy look. They just have the look, the same look, and they got the mannerisms down. It's pretty incredible. Their acting was amazing in it. They just, like I said, got the little idiosyncrasies of it, and just their little, the walk. He's got Stan's walk down, and their little dance and their little comedy routine. And it was interesting to see because I love both those actors. I really wanted to see how they would handle that. They did amazing, and I did find the story a little slow. Maybe it's because that type of comedy back in the day, I just didn't find funny, and they showed some of the acts that they performed, and it's very interesting to see what was so funny and what people thought comedy was back in the 1930s and even into the 50s, because that's what the story follows from 1937 up through the 50s, and the relationship and how they had some kind of holding on to some things that each other, they think, did to each other in the past, and just follows them through those almost 20 years and what goes on with them. It's kind of like, it's a friendship. It's a story of friendship and how they dealt with working together, and how they just get along and get through things. And like I said, I found it a little bit slow, but the acting kind of overtook that, because I really got into their acting and just being fascinated with the way they looked and how they just took on that character. So, I mean, from a 1 to 10, I'm going to say it wasn't great. I mean, it's good to see. I'd probably wait, me personally, it's wait for it to come out on, cable or wherever. I'm going to say it was like, it was like a 7. The acting was great, but I don't know, it was like a 7. But it was interesting to see if you're into, Laurel and Hardy and you know about them, then you'll find it, you'll probably like it. And that's really it. I know it's kind of a short one, but that's really, the movie isn't really very in depth. But like I said, if you like either one of those actors, I would suggest go seeing it. If you want to hear the story behind the Laurel and Hardy comedy duo, then go see it. All right. Well, if you go see it, have fun at the movies. Take care.